I know that for many, especially for many of my viewers as well, physical is very important to them. Yes, games are all digital now and you can pretty much buy them and play them anywhere, but there are those that want it like it was, something you can physically touch, something that is right there in front of you. They want the box, like the box art. They want to add that to their collection, have it presented on their shelf. Well, it usually is the same game as if you had bought it digitally. It just isn't the same thing if you're not able to then touch it, especially have it in front of you for those people. Now sure, most games that come out still require some form of an update or patches, whether to correct issues or better stuff than what was done when the game initially launched. So that game out of the box isn't really how it was back in the old days. Say if you bought a PS2 or GameCube game, that was it. There was no updates or anything like that. You got what you got. And in some ways, I would say it was a better time. If the game wasn't right out of the gate, well then the developer and publisher were kinda screwed. Whereas nowadays you can sadly release a broken game and then fix it later on. But the ability to patch can provide worthy fixes, or even make great games too. There's pros and cons for sure, but when I see many of my viewers looking and wanting for those physical editions, it's important to them. It's always nice to be able to report that at least for Lara Croft, she's about to get a new physical edition. So it was announced recently that the Tomb Raider 4-6 remasters are getting the physical treatment very soon. There will be two versions of them, a standard version which includes just the game, and then a collector's edition that has some other goodies with it. The collector's edition includes some items like little trinkets, some of the soundtrack, along with the game itself. Personally, I don't think the extra items are really that worth it for the increased price for the collector's edition, but you might feel differently. On the surface view, it's nice to see this collection getting the physical treatment now. I know that there were many fans that were probably just waiting to play the collection until they could obtain a physical copy of the title. Then you have the others that have bought the game when it came out and are now double dipping to get a physical one too, maybe even on another console as well. I thought it was kinda neat that they're even providing a physical edition to PC players as well. So for those looking forward to this, wanting to then dive in because now you can have a physical box in the game, to that I hope it's exactly what you're looking for. Something else I did want to bring up that is kind of related to all of this physical edition stuff, especially having it being run through limited run games. I know that this is sadly a place that has been rather divisive. Less so on how they handle their products, but that's another thing too. But more so how they treated, honestly, their own staff. For example, this is now a few years ago now, but I believe a community manager was outed as following some conservative pundit accounts on Twitter. Honestly, so what? Many people are probably following all sorts of people on there. I know I follow those that I agree with and disagree with, honestly trying to just get different perspectives on topics, see what other people are saying. But this individual at Limited Run got fired. Thankfully, they were able to get an even better position following this event, but many players and gamers took notice of this type of stuff, along with other issues with the company, and decide to not really buy from them again. And to that, I completely understand it and get it. And with Tomb Raider 4-6 remasters getting their physical edition through Limited Run, there might be those players that want to get a physical version, but their only means to do so is to essentially give Limited Run their money. So to that I say, I think we need more companies so that us players have more options. Buying physical is kind of niche now, and I think players deserve those options. Now, is there anything else that could come from the 4-6 remasters getting a physical edition? Well, I think this could give us some additional hope that maybe the collection set sold well enough and is doing well enough to really warrant this type of physical collection. Ideally, if you are going to go through the trouble to make a physical release for a game, especially after the game has then launched, you would hopefully want that game to then have an audience or interest of those players to then jump on for the first time, along with playing to those who really want to double dip for the title. Plus, it's a marketing thing, another way to sort of push out your game, maybe even have it be seen as a second launch of sorts. You do not want to do this for a title that hasn't been selling well. If enough people did not want it digitally, I don't think a physical release is really going to save it in that case. That all being said, looking at the 4-6 remasters, I think we can sort of glean from all of this that this provides more evidence to us players that the collection set is actually doing well, at least well enough. Again, we sadly have not seen any types of sales figures yet, nothing hugely definitive, nor has there been anything like this game sold X amount of copies or stuff like that. I think we would have seen a statement like that if the collection was a super success in a short period of time. But now with the publishers going in the route of having a physical version of the game, coming out a few months after release, I think this was probably planned before even the launch of the game. But if the game wasn't really selling well and really underperforming, maybe there was a chance for the publisher to just opt out of doing a physical release, especially if they saw that people were not really interested in it. But with us now getting a physical one coming soon, my guess is that the collection sold well enough. I think overall this is a good sign for Tomb Raider, along with the future too. So Tomb Raider 4-6 Remastered is receiving a physical edition. Yes, it would seem like a downside is that it's going to be released exclusively through limited run. But the flip side is that at least we're getting some type of physical version of the game. And with this collection sort of getting this special treatment post-launch, I think it sold well enough, and maybe that will be a good thing for the future, especially for more collection sets, like maybe for the portable games and even the Legend trilogy. One thing I saw too, that players are still waiting for their collector's edition from the first remastered collection. So if you go the collector's edition route for the new trilogy of remasters, know that it would seem that it could be a long time before you actually get your hands on it. What are your thoughts on all of this? Are you going to be picking up the physical edition? How are your feelings on limited run? And what do you think all this means for the future of Lara? Let me know all of this in the comments down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can help to keep this channel going strong, and this allows me to be able to do more for my awesome audience. Please check out the links in the description and pinned comment for ways to support the channel. And most of all, thank you very much for watching.